Hey!
Hello.
So,
Greetings.
we're in our old school, and we're both alumni. It's me and Ross.
Yes.
And, we're just chilling, because we have no school today, and we're bored, so we're just staying here for now. But yeah, how's high school, Ross?
I don't really know how to describe. Nothing bad, but also, nothing special. Not really anything. I mean, it's okay.
For me, high school at the beginning kind of sucked. Because, most of my friends, they all went to,
They all went to, a private school.
Yeah.
Everyone went to, private schools, non-co-ed schools, only, just one-gendered schools.
Yeah. And it's we're here because we're here in a
We're
private
poor.
school. Yeah, we're broke. So it's we don't really have anywhere to go right now. And so yeah, that's why we went there. And at first it kind of sucked because I had literally no one to talk, or I had we had people from our school going to the school we are in right now, but at first it kind of sucked because it's we don't really have anywhere to go with. We know no one in this new school. So it was kind of hard to make friends, honestly.
Yeah.
But as time went on, I feel does that apply to you right now?
Not really. I barely had anyone to talk to other than, one person, because some other, we still stayed together, but...
Not really.
Yeah, so other people managed to make friends or get closer to people more than I did. Not in, a bad way, but because, in my classes at the beginning of the school year, I was the only private school student in all of them. And because I'm also taking honors, that's, crazy.
An add-on to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was, the same thing for me. And at first, I didn't really talk to anyone for most of my classes. But then it started getting better. Because there was this one person, so new seating arrangements and all that.
Yeah.
So for the whole first quarter, I barely talked to anyone. Then second quarter came, and there was this person, we had new seating arrangements, and then there was this person, we didn't talk that much at first, but then we started talking because we talked about just a bunch of stuff in our lives, and then we talked about more personal things, and that's my first way of trying to or that's my first connection, and that's what made me want to socialize more. That person helped me socialize even more. And then now, even though I don't really, I still sit with the Santa Barbara with my
fellow alumni.
Yes. But now I'm much more social, and I would like to thank that person for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing for me. Since a lot of people drift apart, because obviously they've changed or they're just doing other stuff and you don't want to disturb them. So far, my classmates in the classes I'm taking, they're good people, and we've gotten closer. We talk a lot and text each other, or if we have anything concerns, we ask. So yeah, not really much, but from what I see, I'm not saying they really depend on me, but they see me as a mother figure. And yes, they do call me mom sometimes.
But, continue.
Yeah. But I don't mind, but sometimes when you're always being the mom person, you barely get babied or less attention drawn to. Or I don't mind it, but when you have those feelings where even though you are taking initiative by instinct, or because you know that they're gonna be lost and stuff, it's the natural habit for you. But because it's natural and it's not by force, sometimes people forget that you're still the same like them. You still want to feel
you still just want to be just all together.
Yeah. I don't mind taking initiative or being the person they would ask questions for concerns, because I'm okay with that. But I don't see okay. Some people tend to forget that those who mostly take initiative are those people who still feel they also need assistance too, or
Like, they want to belong.
yeah,
And sometimes they need help as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, my classmates understand that, and they're okay with that. But but because like from my old school, sometimes a lot of people did not really realize it. I'm not saying I'm the best person, or I would say I am nice, but not the nicest. Like, I'll help you if you are actually confused and if you need help, but I won't help you just for the making you do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so far, nothing.
Yeah.
Really.
Like, honestly, same here, because, like, before, like, in our old school, I didn't really have to take initiative because a lot of people are much better leaders than I were. And honestly, I wasn't a good student back in like, middle school.
It's okay.
But then now, it's like, I realized, like, in high school, I do have to take initiative because if I don't, no one is going to get the job done. Like, literally, like, they're not bad people. They just don't want to take initiative. And if no one's going to take it, then I will. And I don't know. I could understand, like, also wanting help because a lot of people, like, ask help from you. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'd love to help. I really do. But sometimes I don't know what to do in that situation. In some situations. Because it's like, I'm also confused as well. And they're not so serious. But, I don't know. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Off to a great start.
But yeah, it's okay. High school's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's just, it'll get better. Most likely, hopefully. I mean, we still have time before graduation and like other stuff. I mean, I know for a fact that both of us are conservative people. Like, we do have like our open-mindedness and openness to others, but because we tend to keep it on a down low, or we don't really like, drawing too much attention, we just want to keep it easy.
Yeah, but like, I don't know about you, I think this also applies to you, I'm not so sure, but like, it's hard to open up to people.
Yeah.
And it's, like, when people, they're so easily, like, they, like, instant connection, they would tell all your problems to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm thankful that they have someone to talk about it with.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I sometimes feel like crap. Just sometimes. Or,
yeah.
I say sometimes, but it's usually,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like, I don't know who to talk to. It's, I don't know. So sometimes I just keep it to myself. Sometimes I would, like, just lay down in bed and just think what possible things I could do to just, like, stop it, I guess. Or just, like, just situations where I feel like I could talk to someone. Or I pretend I talk to someone and then all my problems will be solved, but that's not, like, I trick myself into thinking that my problems are just going to be solved when really nothing is being resolved and I'm just delaying it, I guess. I don't know. Like, hey people, the people who are listening to this, which is probably no one, or I'm gonna upload this, but the people that are, like, watching this, please open up to someone. Life sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you do open up to someone, make sure it's someone you trust and you know that they are that good person.
And they're not judgmental whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because, like, being alone sucks. It really does.
Mm.
And it's best to just at least have one person with you. It doesn't have to be your age. It could be someone younger, older, just someone.
Anyone.
Yes. If it's your dog, then it's your dog,
Your dog will listen to you anyway.
Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know what to
Yeah. So what we're saying is, it's something everyone relates to, but from our perspective, obviously there's other people like this too, but what we're saying is, if you, like, need advice or if you're in, like, the same situations as us, we understand because we're also going through the same stuff. But what we're saying is, you shouldn't be too scared to do something that would change you up, but make sure when you do something, it would change you for something good.
Oh, okay, here's a topic. Like, recently, or like during freshman year, I've thought about changing the way I present myself. Like, when I went in, so in our school, we have 2 electives, and one of our electives were PE or gym, and I remember, this is gonna be weird, put this out in the public, but I remember when, what am I gonna talk? Okay, I remember when going inside, I was like super self-conscious, because like everyone had to like shower, right? Like after gym, and it's like you gotta be naked, or you don't have to be, like you can wear undergarments, but it's like I was kind of scared at first because it was like I don't want to show people my junk, like I barely have junk to begin with, but like like I don't know, I was still scared. But then other people, when I saw other people's bodies, I'm not like I'm like staring at them, but like
just in general,
like I see they look confident and they look comfortable, and they're they have beautiful bodies.
They're
not
open.
Saying like I'm a perv, I'm not a perv,
but they're just open.
Yeah, and it's like, how are you so confident with your body? Like, I don't know. For me, I'm a bit self-conscious with it. I'm not like obese. I'm not that, but I'm not skinny, or I don't have an hourglass figure. I have chub. I got junk on my thighs and my stomach. I don't know. It kind of made me not like my body as much. That kind of sucked. What am I going with this? I'm probably gonna cut this out. I'm
so sorry for those watching. It's okay. It's relatable. Come on. We all go to different schools. How the systems work. School systems suck.
Yeah. Oh, like, what did you expect high school to be?
I mean, because this is my first time going public school, I expected it to be, like, worse. Yeah, because growing up, going private school for like your whole life, or for 10 years of your life at least, or like ever since you started school, like pre-kindergarten, daycare, or like not necessarily daycare, pre-kindergarten, the fact that you've always envied or despised the way how you've heard from public schools, how you would expect yourself to get hurt or get in a fight. And I've had public school students tell me these stuff, and they're totally comfortable with it because it's normal. But for me, it's not normal because, growing up, going to a private school, a Catholic school.
They're very passive.
Like, you don't see that type of violence. You always have people having you don't have, like, aides or, like, people, but there's always people watching you. And also, because of the way how they teach you, you're already disciplined from that. But I'm not saying...
Usually.
But I'm not saying that public school teaching is bad. It's just the fact that sometimes a lot of students think that because they go public school, they could let things pass as if it's nothing. And, like, get away with stuff, or get into a fight and, like, people would join in, or they wouldn't care. They would encourage you. But I'm not saying that it's bad if you've done... I mean, sure, maybe a little bad, but I'm not judging you for it, because obviously we've all learned our mistakes, at least see them. But because of me coming from a private school background, going to public school, I'm surprised I was not scared on the first day. But obviously I was still uncomfortable, nervous. Like, I did not know what to say to other people, because in all my classes there was at least people who knew each other or went to the same schools, or at least one person they knew. Unlike me, no one knew who I was, and I didn't know them because I was the only one who came from a private school. So, but so far, nothing bad than what I expected, because I thought I would already get bad-mouthed, or at least pushed around.
Yeah.
But so far, like, nothing happened.
They're actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Like, if you get to know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've like had, like, so for elementary, besides kindergarten, I went to a public school, and I already know some of these people that I know right now in high school, and I kind of expected it, like, how it was in elementary, and in high school it kind of is, but I also expected a hierarchy, like there's a queen bee dating, like, a jock or something.
There's popular people.
Yeah, I expected...
Like, crazy.
I expected a social hierarchy, like a structured social hierarchy with, like, nerds and on the bottom or whatever.
Like crazy cliques.
And then, yeah, that's what I kind of thought. But really, nobody cares about each other. They only care about their drama and, like, what they have to deal with. So, honestly, I was kind of happy when that happened. Because, like, I didn't want everyone to, like, know, oh, that's a nerd.
She's that person.
Yeah, gross. And, like, oh, there's him. Wow.
Yeah.
He's a popular jock, whatever. And that's what I kind of thought how it was going to be. But really, nobody cares.
Yeah. I think, like, sure, there's still some people who are pushy or, like, they're still, like, immature to, like, grow up. But, yeah, like, to your expectations of, like, your age or, like, even to the teachers. But so far, a lot of people now, they learn to accept, like, who you are. Even if, like, you have, like, your very different, like, personalities or interests. Like, for example, you're the type of person who's, like, really, really athletic and, like, you're not really doing much with electronics and stuff, but do you have, like, your really nerdy best friend? Or, like, not necessarily, like, nerdy, but, like, a person who would prefer not really athletic, but prefer, like, you know, just doodling or whatever. Yeah. But, ironically, they're, like, really, really close. So, yeah.
So, like, honestly, it's kind of like real life. You don't have to have all the same interests. Yeah. You could have completely different interests, and you'll be happy. Happy camper. But, yeah, high school's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High school's really weird. Like, it's not bad, I guess, because a lot of people who have... I guess coming from my perspective as a freshman... you just have to mostly put your trust in your fellow batchmates and also, like, upperclassmen you've learned to become closer with or you have the same classes with. Yeah. Because majority of the time they've already experienced the same thing you've had or they've had, like, way crazier stuff in their year. So, honestly, you have to just put your trust into people, but make sure you talk and hang out with, like, the right people.
Yeah. Oh, so, like, have upperclassmen to be your friend. Like, when you're freshmen, it's best to have those type of friends because they know, like, what you're going to know in the future, right?
Yeah.
And there's also a bunch, or at least for our high school, there's a bunch of different classes with electives and, like,
very
like,
diverse.
There's even AP classes.
Very diverse.
Yes, there's a bunch of things that I honestly did not expect from our high school, being at a public school. So then, it's best to have those type of friends that you know what's coming. Also, you could, like, get some pointers and I don't know where I'm going with
basically they'll just alarm you in case, like, if you're in that type of moment they have already experienced it, they can just help you with it. Also, learn to befriend and get close with teachers because it's not a bad thing if you don't really like your teacher. Like, it's normal. Like, for example, you don't like the way they teach. It's okay. You don't like the way they grade. It's normal. Yeah. But you shouldn't really talk, like, trash about your teacher.
Of course, yeah.
Because even though you may not like the way how they teach or, like, how they are still trying to help you in the future. And
that's what a teacher's for.
Yeah. And I could admit, like, sure, there are some teachers that I found odd, but as soon as, like, I got to learn the way they teach, including from, like, our old school, if there was ever a new teacher or a sub, I learned to accept how they were, and then once you get to know them, you already know how they are or how they teach, or even if it's just the slightest thing, at least they're already comfortable with you and you're comfortable with them.
And also, like, for me, I've never hated a teacher, right?
Yeah.
But so I have friends, and they would sometimes hate our teacher. And you know, that's fine. But, like, guys, don't give in to peer pressure. Don't say, oh, I hate this teacher too, because, I mean, I've done that before. Or even people, don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Like, if you could hate someone, that's fine. But just be reasonable, and also have, like, an actual reason for it. Nobody's like, oh, I hate this person because blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, just...
Yeah.
Where am I going with this? Every time I talk, I don't know where I'm going.
It's okay.
Also, you should really be friends with your counselor. That's, like, the number one thing, because they're in charge of your schedule. And if you're close with them, you could always be like, hey, can you change it? And they'll be like, yeah, sure. What do you want? And so, like, it's best to, like, they're the ones in charge. So it's best to be friends with a counselor. I don't know where I'm going with this.
But yeah, befriend and just basically befriend people, mostly teachers, but just be careful with
Just
like,
everyone. Just befriend the people who you want to befriend.
yeah, but make sure they have to be like reasonable.
Oh my gosh, I remember when I was freshman, right?
Mm.
And then you know how, like, on our campus, the freshman cafeteria was like toward the left, and the
Main cap.
the PE or the gym was like on the other side, like
Yeah.
the way other side. I remember every time going back to the freshman caf, there are these people who never sat on the cafeteria benches. They would sit in what these people call the losers hallway, which I mean, what the hell? Like, don't call people,
That's so stupid.
right? And I was like, dude. Anyways, but they were in the loser hallway, and I saw them. They were so comfortable with each other. They looked like they all came from different backgrounds. They did what they want. That's what I wanted to do. Like, they don't care what other people think. They would have like pillows, like body pillows.
Yeah.
They walk around with that, and nobody cares. It's like, that is so cool.
Like, it's so normal.
Yes, and like they have dyed hair. They wear headbands with like cat ears on it. Cause
Sure.
why not? You know. And then they wear also like sweaters with like anime merch on it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like,
I mean, who's gonna judge? I mean, at least think about it. At least we have interest. At least we have like our own personality.
Yeah.
It's doesn't matter if you like our personality or not. It's just that, think about it. If I was a person who did not have a personality, then I wouldn't be a person at all. I would just not exist.
you'd just be a shell.
Just
shell of a human being.
Yeah.
But yeah, like those people. When I saw those people, I thought they were so cool. I wanted to be their friends super badly. Like, they even draw. They draw. Like, I draw. That's so cool. And I wanted to be their friends. And I remember, like, I would sometimes be like, what if I tripped in front of them with my sketchbook at hand? Be like, oh no, I'm sorry.
That's me. That's such a move.
And then they send a drawing. It's like, oh, you draw? I'm like, oh yeah.
No.
I mean, no.
Hide the evidence.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we draw too. It's like, I've always wanted that connection, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, I'm friends with one of them now. They're so chill, or they're like so. I wouldn't say chill. They're like hyper, but like that's what I like about them.
Yeah.
And like, oh my gosh, I don't know.
They're bubbly people.
Yes, they
They're
are.
they're
they're
basically
so
they're
accepting.
nice. They're nice.
They're
right?
so accepting
Yeah.
of like different genders, sexuality, race,
They're open.
like
to all.
even religion, or probably from what I've heard. I don't know.
Whatever you are,
Yeah.
they'll just take you in.
Yeah, and they're so kind. I'm
Yeah.
so glad I'm one of their friends, or not. I'm friends with one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because like, yeah, a lot of people I'm friends with now like are barely any students from private schools or like from like our old school because we came from private school. But yeah, so far I've learned to like, because now I'm in like a choir where it has mostly upperclassmen, no sophomores by the way. I don't know why. It's just that I found it weird. There was
Wait.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. The sophomores left.
Yeah. Or no, there's just no sophomores.
Oh, like for me, I have a sophomore, or I have a friend who used to be Magnifico, but they all kind of left because they just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Also, like the teacher, like I heard he was kind, but like if you leave,
Yeah,
he's
sir's-
gonna get pissed.
Yeah, sir's lenient.
Because the reason why, he trusts those people. Like the reason, like he wants the choir to be perfect to a T. He wants it to be splendid. And if one person drops out, the whole thing is ruined.
Yeah.
Or at least from what I've heard.
Or yeah, sir isn't judging you if you make the decision of leaving, or if it's just that once you join, you have to make sure you're committed, and you're willing to do this. You're determined. That's what he's explaining to us, because there was actually not supposed to be a choir club this year because it seemed like no one wanted to do it. He was tired. He's busy outside of school. But then his former or returning members were saying, sir, keep it going. I want to still be in this choir. So he brought it back. But in between, when also the time I joined, there was like people like not doing stuff. They're not committed. They're leaving. They're not even attending stuff. So then sir decided to like
Drop it for a while.
yeah, or before that, he started like removing people or like he'll be talking with them and saying, if you don't want to be committed to this, then leave. Or if sir knows that a lot of people are in like a lot of like organizations, associations, like clubs, like different clubs other than choir, then he'll tell you to maybe leave because he doesn't want you like stressing out over too many things. But so before, in the beginning of like the school year, or like when we like were there, we had over 60 members. But then after a while, sir dropped it because he noticed that some of us were stressing out, and he was also stressing out because he has like stuff out of school, like outside stuff, like personal stuff also. But because of that, he dropped it for at least a week or 2 weeks. It was supposed to be ended, but then he decided that I'll bring it back, but he chose specific people that he knew would be committed and determined to be in it, that where in this case it includes me. So from 60 members, there's 24 of us now.
Now?
Yeah.
Holy heck.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, and even like within like our group now, sir's just saying, you guys have to make sure you're committed and you're doing whatever you want, because our choir teacher is very lenient. He's lenient. He's even said it himself. He said, I'm nice, but if you make me mad, I would yell at you or tell you to go out my room. And I would understand that because our choir teacher actually is friends with my siblings because they went to the same high school, or at least my brothers in this case. Sir understands me. He knows my siblings, and my siblings know him. And he used to be my teacher and my sister's former teacher because she graduated the school we went to, or we're going to now. But basically, even sir tells me that I just want people who I trust, because once you're in the club, he obviously trusts you because he knows you're willing to do this, but he doesn't want you to misbehave. He doesn't want you to mislead yourself from whatever he's asking you. Because if you are in his beginning choir class, you're already exempted from assignments, projects in class, and he would let you rehearse. But now, because some of us are not doing what's asked, like rehearsing, like they're doing like just random stuff in like his offices, like because there's many rooms inside his big classroom, he's telling us to join in the class, so he doesn't want us to be like distracted.
Yeah. If I may ask, like, you know how there's choir, right? And that's an elective?
Yeah.
If choir wasn't there, where would you go?
Band. Yeah.
Okay.
If not band, art. Because because I am planning to take fine arts as a course, or if I'm planning.
College?
Yeah, as a course, or I'm planning to be a fine arts major, and maybe in masters or double masters in
Bachelor?
college. Yeah, no, because bachelor is your first, masters is your second, and then if you get double masters.
No. It's like, isn't it the thingy, that one thing, that 2-year thing? I forgot what it's called. Then masters, then bachelors, then that.
Yeah. Like, so basically, what I'm saying is, I don't know how college degrees work, but we're too young for that. But basically, what I'm saying is, because sir made us do like interviews and questions while doing re-auditions. Because in between, like, even though we were in MAG, we had to do re-auditions, like send vocal files to our teacher, because he wants to make sure we are actually reviewing and not messing around. Because if he sees that we're not doing what he plans, he'll remove us.
Yeah.
And that's why I was scared, because I've been in choir for like a while, like since elementary, and I've always been interested in music ever since I was a toddler. I've always wanted to be committed to it, and so now that I'm in high school and it's more stricter because I have like this type of choir, obviously I have to be more responsible with it and more committed. And because I'm also planning to take like fine arts, performing arts, anything that has to do with like maybe not just like regular arts, like sculptures, drawing, paintings, like specific, but also like performing arts, like acting, singing, drama, anything like that. And I understand it's gonna be hard, and I know it's not like the best type of job, as a lot of people say, but I'm not complaining because it's something I want to do. So yeah.
It's interesting because like for me, like I liked art, but at first I never really liked. I never did art because or like. But then around 5th grade, I had these 2 friends, right? And they would always draw, and that kind of made me want to draw because I also wanted to be included.
Yeah.
So then I kept on drawing, and then up to 6th grade, I had even more friends, or I like transferred schools, and I've like had more friends that also drew. It's like, oh, I should continue drawing. And for me, I've never had a like a knack for drawing, or like I was never like skilled in it. I just like drawing for fun. But then when other people around me wanted to take it, like I guess like they had actual skill. For me, I was just kind of like, ooh, I like drawing, blah, blah, blah. It was just fine,
Yeah.
But for me, it made me a bit jealous. I'm not saying that being jealous is bad, because it also strives you to do good.
Yeah.
But for me, I was kind of disheartened because everyone else was doing better, and I never took it that seriously. So then I started trying to take it seriously, studying anatomy and all that.
Yeah.
And then around 9th grade, I was hoping that maybe I could try to work harder and try to like study color theory and do environments and other things I wanted to draw. But then I saw other people's drawings, and they already knew all these things before me. They know how to do paint, oils, and pastels. And then I'm just sitting here, it's like all I do is draw the same thing over and over again, and I'm not doing anything. And then that kind of made me disheartened by drawing, and it made me feel sucky for not taking it more seriously and just studying faces and redrawing it a lot. So then, because like at first I wanted to take art as a course for college, fine arts as well. But then after I found that realization that I'm not going to be that skilled by the end of it, that's what I settled with, and that I'd rather take a different course. But, okay, so this is my plan. I'm taking marketing right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do it for all 3 years. And then, so I could get college credits, because every 90, if you get 90s all the time, then you get 1 college credit, or it's either 80s or 90s, but you get one like a 0.5 college credit, and it saves you so much money for that course, and I need that so badly. And then I'm also I'm hoping that my parents would allow me to go to this club called Upward Bound, which basically can also give you college credits
and financial aid.
Yeah, and they could also provide you. They also pay you. They pay you to learn. Like, are you kidding me? Of course I'm gonna join.
Yeah.
But then it's like. So that's my plan. I'm going to try to save up as much money as I can. I'll try to work as hard as I can right now, or when I turn 16. And then after that, once I go to college, if I get my master's, then I'm going to get a bachelor's if I can, because I don't...
We're trying our best.
Yeah. And then I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have all college or student debt. But
have a job.
Fine.